Hello and welcome to the Amy
and Kyle
Adventures Podcast, also known as the AK Podcast. This is the podcast where we talk about all things mental health, marriage and cycling. Because we're a married couple, we love cycling and we have our issues every now and again.
like everyone.
Yeah. So we always start off with sort of what we've been doing since the last podcast. I said lads then, I don't know why. We've done quite a lot actually. Kyle's been to see the physio about his knee. But before we get onto that, more excitingly, we went to see the National Hill Climb Championship on Sunday, which was really fun. I unfortunately missed the entries when we were bikepacking to Prague.
Maybe fortunate,
yeah, because when I saw the people going up that climb, gee whiz, it's a burner, let me tell you that. So I wasn't actually feeling that jealous. I thought I'd get there and think, oh, I wish I was riding. But actually I saw the beast of the climb and I thought, hell to the no. I've been up it actually a few times. And it's not fun in any sense. It's called Bank Road in Matlock. It's a 1.1 kilometre climb.
Yeah.
And average gradient is around 12% with a maximum of about 16%. So it's not fun.
Double digits.
And it's definitely for a sprinter, I think.
Explosive. Yeah, it's short enough to be quite explosive, but it's longer than it looks. Actually, when you're going up it.
Yeah, we walked up it, didn't we? And that was hard enough, especially with your knee.
Yeah.
So we'll start off with the results and what we think about them, because if you've watched our latest YouTube video, you can see us there cheering everyone on. We did cheer on Dan from UK Bike Fit.
We did. What a legend.
He wasn't too happy with his time, though, because he said that he basically went off too fast. The crowd at the bottom made him get a bit too excited, and he basically burnt out and died at the top.
He did a camera climb where he looked good on camera at the start, and then at the top where there was no one, he could fade away.
At the top, he did not look good. No. He was on the floor. I've never seen someone look so pale.
He was very white.
And you gave him some sweets, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
I think he needed them. I don't think he even had the energy to freewheel back down the hill.
No.
Because at one point, the person with him said, oh, do you want me to get the car and bring it round to you? And the only reason he didn't was because he would have got too cold. So
yeah.
He was so tired. But anyway, we'll start off with the ladies. So I would admit, I honestly thought that Illy Gardner would win.
I didn't.
Didn't you?
Only because of the type of climb.
Yeah. So Illy basically has won the National Hill Climb Championships for the last 3 years in a row. I was in there in 2024 and I was a massive competitor for her. I'm surprised that she managed to win with me in the rankings, but I'm joking about that. That's a joke. She actually rode professionally for Cam's Basso bikes in 2020 and 2021. And she holds the fastest 2 Everesting times ever recorded by a female rider. So she is a real good climbing beast. When we were driving there, I said it on the camera, I just thought she'd have it in the bag and then she'd win. Weirdly, when we were driving there, I also mentioned Rachel Galler, who actually won.
You did, yeah.
And I said, because she came 5th last year. So I said, oh, maybe she's got a chance. And I didn't think she'd win, but she did actually win. So she came first. She rides for Fulfill the Potential, also known as FTP. I like that name. So she did it in 2 minutes, 59.8 seconds, which is crazy for that climb. Illy Gardner, who rides for Cardiff Ajax CC, came in at 3 minutes, 1.8 seconds. So it's 3 minutes, 1 second, and is that 0.8 of a second? 2 seconds behind. And then in 3rd place, Maddie Haywood of Elevate RT with 3 minutes, 4 seconds, 0.6 milliseconds. So she was, 5 seconds behind. No, 5 seconds behind Rachel. So, yeah.
Impressive times.
One that came out of the woodworks, Rachel. So she said, I think I heard her say that she'll definitely be there next year. Mm-hmm. And to be fair, she flew past, didn't she, when she went past us?
Yeah.
She looked really strong. And she was the one that had about 5 people running beside her. All those people running and cheering alongside her.
I did actually say when Illy came up, I feel like there was women that went a little bit quicker and there was one woman.
Yeah. But it was still close, only 2 seconds.
It was close, but you could just sort of judge it a little bit at the top. Just how much fresher they looked, how much quicker they were moving.
Yeah, Rachel looked strong and yeah.
They both looked strong, but it's just how she finished. She finished quite quickly, I think.
Yeah. And to be fair, I think Illy's recently done that Pogacar challenge, when Pogacar...
Oh, did she?
Yeah. Where was it?
Slovenia.
In Slovenia, there was a hill climb challenge with Pogacar, and I think she'd just done that. I know that she's recently done an Everesting challenge as well, so, maybe
Also, I don't think that sort of climb probably suited the best in terms of outright power.
Yeah. It's definitely a sprinter's climb, I'll give you that. Anyway, moving on to the men. Now, it's no surprise who won. We obviously thought it would be head-to-head between Harry McFarlane, who is the winner from last year.
Yeah.
And Andrew Feather, who has won the National Hill Climb numerous times and is a very good climber. This year, they've competed against each other 3 times. Harry's won twice and Andrew's won once, but there was only a second between them. Well, now Harry's won 3 times because Harry Mack was the winner. He did the climb in 2 minutes 14 seconds, 0.7 milliseconds, and that is a new course record.
Yeah.
So he basically got a new course record, taking it off.
A local legend, Adam Kenway.
Yeah, Adam Kenway. In second place, though, it wasn't Andrew Feather. It was Kieran. How on earth do you say that surname, Kyle?
Kieran Wynn.
Catanach.
Yeah.
Kieran Wynn Catanach. If you're listening to this, Kieran, I'm sorry I've just butchered your surname. He races for Team Lifting Gear Products. Quite a strange team name. Never heard of one like that before. He did it in 2 minutes, 19 seconds, 0.8 milliseconds. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Is that how you say it?
What?
2 minutes, 19 seconds, 0.8 milliseconds. It's meant
I
to say
suppose so. I think you just say 2 minutes 18, to be fair.
2 minutes, 19.8.
Well, yeah, you can just say whatever you want, but you don't really need to do the extra decimals. It wasn't that close.
And then Andrew Feather for huntbikewheels.com came in at 2 minutes, 20.4. So he was actually like 6 seconds behind him.
Yeah, but also, once again, don't think that was a climb that suited him, which I think he mentioned before.
Yeah. I think Andrew prefers a longer climb.
Yeah, it seems that way, definitely.
Either way, they're all beasts. They all did amazing. But what I will say is, what actually is quite shocking, as in the words of Buddy the Elf, that's shocking. Harry Mack averaged 707 watts. Average.
Yeah.
That's not max, that's average for 2 minutes.
I believe it.
What?
Yeah.
That's more than what Pogacar does.
Not for Pogacar holding much higher power for much longer. He's trained his body to...
I googled what power does Pogacar do for a short burst, and it says 8 watts per kilogram, 8.8. He's recorded 8.8.
Yeah, but a short burst is
Harry's
different.
on 9.9.
Yeah, but he'll do that at the end of a race or something.
It's crazy, though.
But it's not to discredit. That's just nuts, mental, mind-blowing. And you do have to remember most of these people are amateur.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. And I know that Harry loves to stock up on a few beers the night before.
He does race.
He definitely... Last year, I remember, he was out partying the night before and he still won, so...
Seems to be a fellow ritual, isn't it?
Yeah, he's made of different stuff, I tell you that for a fact. Anyway, so that was our fun weekend at the National Hill Climb. To be fair, I think even if I got a place, I probably wouldn't be riding because Kyle's not the only one with a knee niggle at the minute. I'm unfortunately... Mine's really weird in that my knee keeps niggling, but only when I'm on the bike. So it doesn't hurt when I run, it doesn't hurt when I walk. It just hurts when I'm on the bike, but it's not a pain, it's more of like a... You know when your knee feels tight or like a bit, like it just feels tight basically, kind of like an achy tight feeling. And I've also got a bit of an ankle injury, which is kind of better now, but I still can't really run on it for another couple of days, where basically since Prague, my ankle's just not quite been right. And that doesn't hurt when I ride, but it hurts after.
I'm seeing pedals.
So yeah, we've basically figured out that I got some new pedals just before we went to Prague. And although they're the same brand, the stack height's different or something or other. So basically, I might have just been riding in the wrong position.
Which wasn't a good idea to do.
For like 800 miles with weight on the bike. So that's enough to knick-knack your knee and your ankle.
Schoolboy error, really.
Yeah, so basically on Friday, we're going to the very lovely Dan at UK Bike Fit. Hopefully he's recovered from his hill climb by then. And he's going to have a look for me and sort me out. But because of that, I had a whole week off the bike last week, did a few little rides at the weekend, and then I'm having another week off the bike this week until I've seen Dan. But I did go swimming this morning.
You did? First time in a long time.
Last time I went swimming was August 2024, apparently. So I felt the reason I don't normally like to go swimming is because I'm not really a fan of chlorine, because I've got curly hair and dry hair as it is, so that just dries it to a crisp. B, the chlorine on my skin makes me itch up and rash.
You take after your dad.
Yeah, and the main reason... Well, and C, actually, it's just like, the germs in the pool, although the chlorine kills them.
Yeah, Amy's always had this thing. You
just think, oh, God, all this, the kids weeing in there, all that sort of stuff. You're ingesting kids' urine as you're swimming down the pool. Even though there are no kids in there, it's lingering from the morning. There've been a few kids in there before I got in. And then number 4, another reason, is just the changing rooms. The whole process of the changing rooms, like treading on the floor that other people's verrucas and toenails and manky feet.
Let me just point something out. Amy's a little bit of a snob, for anyone that doesn't know.
I will openly admit, I'm not a snob, but I like to be clean, okay? And I made the schoolgirl error this morning of not taking flip-flops with me.
Which is very particular.
I had to walk on a floor that was all wet and other people's feet have been on. And then I just thought, I wish I was a ballerina and I knew how to walk on on the point of my toenails, because if I could, I would literally be walking around the changing room.
I can actually walk on my big toe.
Yeah, I wish I could do that, because I wish I had at least amount of skin on the changing room floor as possible. So that's really why I don't like going swimming very much, because I don't like the whole process. And then, like, when you're in the changing room, you're getting changed and you're all hot and you want to put moisturiser on because you want to look after your skin, but you're so hot, and then you're not properly dry and your clothes just feel horrible. And then, yeah, it's just the whole process not nice. But while I was in the pool, I really enjoyed it. I did 120 lengths, just went for it really. Because I used to swim when I was younger, and I am actually a swimming teacher. So, I should swim a bit more, but I don't teach anymore. But it's just really nice. And I thought, do you know what? After we've been around the world, 2027, triathlon, come at me. Because I'm going to give it a go.
Amy is just rubbing in the fact that she can actually do stuff.
No, I'm not. I can't ride or run at the minute, but I can swim.
You've done a lot more riding than I have.
Sorry about that. Just before we move on to physio, can I say one more thing about swimming? Because it's really funny. Well, it might not be that funny now, I'll tell it, but basically, while I was in the shower, it's all open showers as well. It's another thing that I hate, because you have to have a shower with your swimming costume on. You're not properly getting clean. And we were in the shower, and then the music started playing for the aqua aerobics class. But the showers are kind of like in individual cubicles with no doors on, right? So you can, like, if you wanted to, you could put your head around the next one. But no one does that, apart from this morning. We were all just having showers to keep myself to myself. I was washing my hair at the time. Music starts blaring. And the woman in the cubicle next to me starts talking to the people in the queue, asking them about the aqua aerobics and saying, oh, I'll have to come next week. So, oh, I'm going to sing in the shower now. I'll be with you in spirit. She was very, just loving life, really. A very energetic person, clearly very, just happy in life. I was like, oh, it's quite entertaining listening to her. So then they all go into the aqua aerobics class, and true to her word, she actually does start singing in the shower to the music. And I was like, okay, each to their own. I love a sing on a ride, but I'm not going to sing in the shower in public. And then I was just washing my hair, and she poked her head around my shower cubicle and said,
you will have a costume. You did have.
I did have a costume on, obviously. Yeah, I wasn't naked. They're all open. She just poked his head around mine and went, are you having a sing song as well? And I just thought, is that a bit too much? I was like,
probably
yeah.
a bit forward,
I just said yeah with a smile, but in my head I was thinking, no, I'm just trying to wash my hair.
Good job it wasn't me in the morning.
No, you'd have probably, I don't know what you would have done, you'd have grunted. But you wouldn't have even got
sing song, you wouldn't even get a word out of me.
Well, you can't swim, so you wouldn't be at the swimming pool.
I can swim.
You can't swim. Your version of swimming is lying on your back.
I get about. No, I do get about.
Sculling, basically.
No, I can get about with a normal, breaststroke.
Not proper breaststroke. You don't put your eyes in.
When Amy says I can't swim, just because I put my eyes in, I still move.
You don't put your eyes in, and you can't do aquatic
I'm
breathing.
a big believer in, if you're moving across the water, you are swimming.
Yeah, but you're kind of half sinking.
But I did have the sort of childhood where that wasn't a priority.
Yeah, you didn't have swimming lessons, to be fair. But what I will say
I did, briefly.
Well, they obviously didn't go very well.
Well, no, I did my 5 metre badge and I only just made that.
Well, no, because I think if you tried, I don't think you could swim 25 metres.
No, 5 metre.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You say you can swim, but I doubt you'd be able to get across the 25 metre pool without sinking.
I would. Easy.
Oh,
I used to swim in the sea every year.
Yeah, but not 25 metres.
I drowned twice.
Yeah, you nearly drowned twice. And when I last saw you swim, you were half sinking. Only your little head was sticking out, breathing for dear life.
No, I can get about.
Your feet are basically in the bottom of the water.
No, I can get about, promise you.
I'd love to see you.
I'll show you next time. We'll do the challenge. You can all hold me to that.
Do you want to come to a lane swim?
No, absolutely not.
Why don't you let me teach you swim? I can teach you. I'm a swimming teacher.
Because you don't have someone you love. Oh, drop that in there.
Oh, you love me, do you?
Yeah, I don't do well with someone that I know trying to teach me. Because I'm a bit like, who are you talking to?
Yeah, but I just think I would be nice when I'm not going to, chuck
No, but she gets annoyed with me because I can't do it.
No, I didn't get annoyed at you. I tried to teach you once at Centre Parks and you got mardy because you couldn't blow bubbles.
You were telling me I couldn't blow bubbles, but I thought I was.
When you do front crawl, the key is you breathe in. So when your eyes are in the water, you blow bubbles.
No, I actually did some front crawls and you were actually like, oh no, that's it, that's right.
Yeah, you started getting really good and then
you turn your head to the one side after the second arm.
Yeah, breathe into the side.
Yeah, I did all that.
And then you gave up on it. You said you didn't like it.
It was just all a bit of a faff in it. I mean,
Yeah, but it'd be good if your knee, you'd be able to swim with your knee. That's what I was thinking. You could actually go to the swimming pool holding a float and kick up and down.
We're going to get on to talk about me. Anyway.
Yeah, go on then. You do want to update about your knee?
Well, I went to physio. Well, the doctor basically says he thinks it's a suspected MCL tear.
Yeah. For anyone that doesn't know, Kyle fell off on a tram line, twisted his knee a few weeks ago.
Quite painful.
Yeah.
So I had a lot of pain since. You booked me in with a physio doctor.
Yeah, I did.
This was after seeing someone else. And they looked at my knee, went through everything, how it occurred and stuff like that. And then it basically turns out he seems to think it's what I suspected anyway. So he's referred me for a scan, although that's going to take a little while to get.
There's a 4-week waiting list, which is
2 weeks to get the letter and then 2 to 4 weeks to get the scan. In the meantime, I've been given physio to do, which I've been doing.
I'm doing it religiously every night on the lounge floor.
And now, I know a lot of people have been concerned, saying like, oh, I don't know if you're going to be okay for around the world and stuff.
Someone messaged me saying,
I think that's a little bit
you need to find
pessimistic.
another partner for around the world. Well, no, because they've said maximum recovery 3 months, even if you needed an operation.
And I know people that have had ACL and MCL. That was a 3-month recovery from someone we know. Yeah. So I can't imagine a 6-month recovery is going to be what's going to be required.
Because it is getting better.
And also, today, I was just about to say positively, I've been walking very normally today.
Yeah.
With very little pain. It seems to be getting back to the point where it's not feeling as tight or stiff and it's not continuously hurting now. So that's a really good sign to me, because before it was just continuous pain all the time if I was bending my leg. Now I'm bending my leg and
he's actually doing it now.
And there's no pain. Still feels slightly tight.
Yeah.
But I'm doing that now.
But I think the priority is we need to get you a scan and we need to see what it actually is. But the thing is, the waiting list is so long, I'm half just tempted to go private, but it's so expensive.
I did say give it a little bit of time first, because if it's improving every day, then it's worth not just seeing how that goes. And then if I get I'll still go for my scan when that comes through.
Yeah.
But just stick to the physio, stick to the program.
Stick to the plan, basically.
And yeah, I don't think it's going to, I'm not being negative about it. I don't think it's going to be a case of, oh, you're not going to do round the world. It's going to be really serious.
No, we're definitely still doing round the world.
It's not at a point where it's, don't get me wrong, I've been in a lot of pain, but it's not severe.
Yeah. You know, we're not even, the question of doing round the world isn't even a question. We're doing it.
Yeah.
I might just have to cycle with one leg and have, one leg up on the handlebars.
I can assure you I'll be fully better by that.
So yeah, I've got a sympathy knee niggle for you. And it's the other knee. So if you could just swap legs. Thing is, I really, really struggle with not being able to exercise, because it's one thing that I've never really got over from having an eating disorder. So it does really, really affect me when I can't. And that's, I have been struggling, to be honest.
I don't think you realise how much it affects me.
I know it affects you as well. I know it does, because you were crying.
I had some low days.
Yeah, you were crying the other day.
I was a bit like...
But the good thing is, the only positive of it is it is giving you more chance to do admin things. We have sorted out all of the route for around the world now.
Oh, we have?
All finalised. I've sent it into Guinness World Records. So just got to get approved. And by January, we will have the live tracker thing. It won't obviously be started, but we'll have the website up so you can see our exact route. If anyone wants to come and see us, you can. So yeah, that's given us time to look through that. We are currently going through the process of checking through every single day on Ride GPS to check for gravel and things like that. But it has given us a chance to do that. And also, it's given us a bit of chance to have, like this weekend, normally be riding both days, all day, every day.
Yeah.
We've been able to actually do normal things like clean the house, stuff like that that's boring. But we're both really looking forward to getting back on the bike, aren't we, really?
Yeah.
To be honest, I'll probably be riding this weekend. Sorry, Kyle.
Yeah.
It's not, I feel really bad, but
I'm hoping I will actually be able to go on the turbo at some point and just do a really easy, slow spin.
I think you need to wait until they say
But I'm going to wait till I've got zero pain.
Yeah, definitely.
But I feel that knowing that spinning easy is not going to hurt.
Yeah. But like I was saying, like I just really struggle. I just find it hard not to be able to exercise. You just feel good, don't you, when you've moved? Even if you don't feel like moving, after you do, you feel better. It's like I decided to go swimming because it's something that's friendly for my knee and my ankle. And Carl, that's the thing. If you could swim, it probably would have been a good thing to do. But I didn't actually feel like going this morning. I thought, I can't bother with the changing room and all the stuff. But then, after I got out of the pool, I felt absolutely great. It was great.
Yeah.
Apart from I'll actually do that on my blip of the week. Should we do the blip of the week? So it brings me on nicely to it. I've got 2 this week. So blip of the week is something silly that we've done, basically. And I normally have quite a few because somehow I managed to forget quite a few things. But my blip of the week this week, number 1, is I got a knock at the door. I'd taken Chester on a walk. And then I got a knock at the door, and normally I only answer the door if it's like the postman, because I get scared, because I think someone's going to break in and abduct me. Don't know why. Anyway, the door knocked, and it was a normal person, not a delivery. And I thought, you know what, Amy, just answer the door. And thank God I did, because they had my driving licence in their hand. And they said they'd found it, literally, they told me where they'd find it. It was like half a mile away from home. So obviously dropped out my pocket when I was getting a poo bag out of my pocket. So that's blip number 1. Blip number 2, actually I've had 3. Blip number 2 was this morning. So I got all changed into a swimming costume, swimming hat on, bottle by the side of the pool about to get in, went to pull down my goggles, realised I haven't got any goggles with me. And I thought I can either swim with my head out of the water, because I cannot swim. My eyes in the water without goggles is just horrible. Like your eyes, the chlorine just hurts your eyes. So I thought, right, I've got 2 options. Swim with my head out of the water the whole time. That's not going to be proper swimming. Or I've got to go back through to reception and buy some goggles. So I got my stuff, went back, put my clothes back on over my costume, went back to reception, had to pay £17 for a pair of goggles. Sorry, Kyle.
So a silly mistake costs us money.
I know, but they're actually better than the goggles I had before. Although,
Okay, I'll go with that.
I think they're
I bought you the
I
goggles.
think by accident I bought kids' goggles.
Right.
Because you know the Speedo and then there's Zogs. And I think Zogs is like the kids' version of Speedo.
Right.
And the goggles felt really tight and they looked really small.
Yeah.
And I looked and it says Zogs, and I think they're kids' ones. But the other ones were 30 quid. I was paying 30 quid, so I bought the kids' ones. But they did fit and they felt good. And they're white and pink. So
I bought you the ones you currently have.
Yeah, I don't like them, sorry. They let all the water in. So these ones are much better.
I don't know.
Anyway, and my final blip is that I went on a walk with Chester and Mum today, and I said, Mum, I'll treat you to a coffee. Went into the shop, took my phone case off my phone, because that's where I always keep my debit card behind my phone, because I don't have Apple Pay.
You don't need to take it off now.
To pay.
I know where
You need to unlock your iPhone first.
Sorry, Siri. And my card wasn't there, because it's in my swimming bag from this morning.
Right. Do you not have any phone?
I don't have Apple Pay on my phone, but I do have currency cards.
You just use that?
So I had to use the currency card, but then it charges you a transaction fee.
No, you didn't.
So basically, I've had a day of spending money for no reason.
Fabulous.
Any blips from you this week?
Don't think there has been, to be honest.
You don't normally do silly things, just me normally.
Can't think of
You
anything.
haven't read anything silly?
I can't think I've done anything silly.
Well, that's the first.
Well, no, you said yourself I don't really do a lot of silly things.
And I don't know why I said that, because you do actually do quite a lot of silly things.
I don't really. What?
Not silly, but more annoying, actually.
Well, in your opinion.
Like leaving crumbs on the side.
Oh, it's back to that, are we?
Yeah, but you do that.
That's not a blip, though. That's just a trait.
Yeah, another trait is you don't wipe Chester's paws when you let him in the back door.
Every time.
The mud.
Who lets him out most of the time? Me.
Who takes him on a walk every single day? Me.
That's because I'm at work.
Yeah, I work too.
No, I mean away from home.
Oh, you mean proper work, do you?
I mean away from home. Yours is proper work.
Yeah, lots of people work away from home and still have to walk their dog in the morning.
Yeah, but I have the luxury of you doing it.
Yeah, I do like doing it though. The muddy paw prints by the back door will basically prove that you didn't wipe your
a
paws.
blip I did actually do today.
What did you do?
I left my van keys in the back of my van when the electrician turned up.
Yeah.
And I didn't know where my keys were. And it turned out they're in the back of my van, which could have been bad.
So you couldn't get in?
I could have locked my keys in my van.
Oh, no.
But I didn't.
That'll be more money to spend.
Yeah, well, no, because I got a spare.
All right.
And I was at home.
So it wouldn't have been that much of an issue then?
Yeah, but it's still a bit of a blip. It's a bit of a silly thing to do.
Yeah,
I was taking my work boots off because I like to bring them near the vicinity of the house.
Yeah, the work boots are not allowed in the house anywhere.
So,
Although you do walk around the house in your work clothes, which...
I don't know what you think I do. Do I roll in?
No, but as you walk, little bits of dust fall off you.
I'd like to know what you think I do. I'm not a pigsty. I don't go to work and go, right, I'm going to roll in this mortar today.
No, but it looks like you're working a pig spy when you come home.
Pig spy.
Yeah, I said it wrong, sorry.
Yeah.
No, you do have mud all over you, and there's no point taking your work boots off. You're just going to walk around in the muddy clothes. It all trickles off you.
No, in all fairness, there's a lot of building work going on in our kitchen in a minute.
Yeah.
So it doesn't particularly matter too much.
But what I would like in the future, when we do have the kitchen finished, which is getting fitted at the end of November, hallelujah, is no work clothes in the house. You'll have to strip off in the porch, okay?
I've done that anyway today.
Have you?
Yeah. Do every day.
Well, I don't know.
You just don't notice.
Oh, you must have dirt on the other clothes then.
How could I get dirt on the other clothes?
I don't know, it must be in your hair or something, because it disintegrates all over the place.
I'd be right with it.
The other day, I found clumps of mud, dried mud, by the side of your bed.
I don't know why.
Well, I don't know why.
Maybe Chester's bringing me mud as a present.
Well, no, I think it's come off your clothes again, but all I will say is perks of living with a builder.
But the other perk is we get the building work done.
Yeah, that is a perk as well. Things were moaning. Should we move on to the moan minute?
Yeah, I know what my moan is.
Oh, you got one this week, right? So this is basically where we can moan about whatever the hell we want for a minute, no questions asked, no judgment, because it's good to get things off your chest and it's a bit of a laugh. It's not it's not properly serious. It's just a bit of a joke. I think some people think we're really serious when we're moaning about stuff.
Yeah, it's not.
We know we've got a very good life. There's not really much to moan about. We've got a roof over our heads. If you've got I always say, if you've got a roof over your head and you've got food in the fridge and you've got love in your life, you're rich. No matter what number's in the bank, because you've got those basic things that you need. If you can pay your bills, got food in the fridge, roof over your head, and someone to love like you
I feel
can.
like it's necessities and wants.
Yeah. But we just like to have a moan because it's fun, okay? So don't deny us that fun. Right, Kyle, are you ready? You've got 1 minute. 3, 2, 1, moan.
Well, my moan is about a certain person in question, and he's already heard my moan to his face, so I'm not going to be on his back. But my labourer, Josh, you've probably all heard of him. He did some work at our house while I was away, and I came home and I came to do some things at the weekend. I was like, oh, my shovel's dirty. Hold on, my wheelbarrow's dirty as well, with cement, and so was my mixer. And he'd also lost a clip off my mixer. And although I know he'd not been very well, and it was nice of him to come and do some work, I did remind him that that's not how we leave tools. Tools aren't free. So he cleaned tools. So yeah, that was my moan. I was very frustrated at the weekend, but that quickly passed. I didn't hold a grudge. But I did have to remind the person in question that things need to be looked after, because that is one of my pet hates, things not getting looked after.
You had 3 seconds remaining. I agree with that, mate, to be fair, that's true.
Everyone knows at work that's my pet hate.
Well, hang on, hold up, wait a minute.
I spend a lot of money on tools.
Yeah, things should be looked after. What about the side of your bed?
That's my floor
drape. You don't look after
different.
there. It's not a floor drape. What the hell is a floor drape? You just made that up?
No.
Is it actually a common name thing?
Yeah.
Well, a floor drape, if your definition, is a pile of clothes by the side of your bed alongside packets of crisps and things out your pockets.
I'll take a picture now.
I'll
flip it.
No, seriously, there's always packets around.
Packets, yeah.
Okay, well, there's bits around.
No, it's not what you call bits.
When I tidy the bedroom, I have to I can't even hoover that bit. I can't be bothered to lift up your clothes to hoover it. So I just think, do you know what?
Can I just explain something? I spend a lot of my life in work clothes.
Yeah, you do.
But I also wear joggers and stuff that I wear underneath my work clothes, especially in the winter months. Yeah. But these are also like the clean clothes that I wear underneath my work ones. So when I get changed out my work clothes, I'm clean. And then I can step into the building. These clothes are usually the clothes that are by the side of my bed, because I'm going to put them back on in the morning. The other clothes that seem to be there are usually my pyjamas or what I'm wearing for bed. And then
Should I go and have a look now? I'm taking the mic.
Yeah.
I'm going to go and report. Right. What's in Kyle's bed? So we'll go in. We're stepping into the bedroom. Light is going on. Right. Oh, I think we've got some fun here, Kyle.
Why?
Because that to me, some additionals, my friend. Right. We've got one T-shirt. Clean work top. One Vela Bavarian T-shirt. Right. One pair of Tommy Hilfiger joggers, a hoodie covered in dust, so please don't put it on the bed. It's a Rafa hoodie that I bought you for your birthday last year.
This is...
I spent a lot of money on that.
One of good outfits.
Why is that there? A Santini hat.
With my normal outfit.
The T-shirt that I designed, usually cycling T-shirt.
Yeah, that's...
some shorts.
Dave shouldn't be there either.
Right. A pair of Gymshark shorts.
Yeah, my bed attire.
A pair of dirty Nike socks. 2 pairs of clean work socks.
Oh, work socks.
One odd sock.
I need them.
A Roovy hat.
Yeah.
A Roovy pair of bib shorts. A Blakey's T-shirt. A Columbia T-shirt. They're not work tops. I've freshly washed them.
That one is, but that one's not.
Right.
Yeah, you've
also got a Roovy jersey.
That's the pile of additionals you've put there.
No, this is a pile of clean clothes that were folded up for you to put away that have all been scrumpled.
And that's another work top.
Another work top. You've got a wash bag that's not been unpacked since Ibiza.
Let's keep it in there. I will stay there.
No, you do not. Keep your wash bag there on the floor.
It always stays there.
Okay, there's two clothes labels, packets, a pack of electrolytes.
But you make it more of a mess.
A letter that you've not opened, Kyle, that you should have done. I think that's about your pension.
I know what it is, yeah, I don't need to open it.
I think you do need to open it. And then you've got anything else on the floor? Oh, what's this? A drill bit?
No, I do have a metal drill bit.
A metal drill bit. Some leg warmers, Santini leg warmers.
That's part of the additionals that you put there.
Yeah. What is this? Hair serum paste.
Yeah. Hair gel.
Right. And finally, an old aftershave that's empty on the floor as well.
That's the worst.
So,
it's not empty.
Have you got anything you'd like to say about that?
I'd like to say there was a few additionals there, but overall I was pretty accurate in what I was saying.
I don't think you were, but we'll agree to disagree. Chester, what do you think? Any comment? He's run down the stairs. He's really disappointed. No, it's funny, but it's not at the same time because
He's back.
I think that's my moan minute done. That was my moan this week. Your pile of clothes.
There
Is
we
that
go
all
then.
right? But maybe next week we could have just your work clothes and that'll be it.
Yeah.
But I do know you're busy, so it's all right.
Sometimes you got to realise how little time I do have.
I know.
The time I do have, I like to relax, especially at the minute with the injury.
But I do think it only takes 5 minutes to put your
No, but with my injury at the minute, and
Don't blame your
I
injury.
do spend a lot of time doing
No.
physio.
No. Don't blame your knee injury. That pile of clothes could be hung up within 5 minutes.
Can I just point something out though?
Yeah.
I hope I've earned some kudos points.
Yeah.
When we get this new kitchen fitted.
Yeah.
And then you'll be looking at it thinking, oh wow, my husband's great. Like this is all possible because of all this organisation.
You already think that anyway.
No, what?
Great,
I'm trying to impress you a little bit because my organisation's been very good.
Project management.
Everything's going well. Everything's running smooth.
Let's not talk too soon because the ceiling and the wall is getting knocked out this week.
A big stage hammer is
and
getting put into action.
I'm not feeling good about that.
Well, that's before the weekend, probably.
Really? When this podcast goes out on Thursday, will it be being knocked through?
It won't have been knocked through.
But it will be.
But it will be in the process.
Anyone listening to this right now?
Because I've got a delivery coming tomorrow.
Please pray for me. Because the whole house is about to get covered in dust and I don't...
What Amy's going to really not enjoy the most is when I take the whole corner of the house out.
Don't. I'm moving to mum and dad's, so I like to get it done. Chester are evacuating. Aren't we, Chester? Chester's here now. Anyway, we'll move on to the final bit of the podcast. We always like to end on a little mental health note to hopefully help anyone listening and leave on a little positive note. So my mental health tip this week, which I think is something, sometimes it's something that I need as well, is to try not to compare yourself to other people. Chester's tried on a laptop. Hang on a minute. I did this last week. No, it's still recording. Can you not tread on the laptop, please? Thank you.
Chester, that is
Come this way.
Not a treadable object.
My mental health tip this week is to not compare yourself to others, which is a lot easier said than done. But I think we spend so much of our life thinking, oh, they're faster than me, or they're prettier than me, more money than me, or they've got a better bike, or whatever it is that you're comparing yourself about. Just remind yourself that like no amount of comparison is going to change anything. As they say, comparison is the thief of joy. And if it's something like you're insecure about, like for me, I always, and still sometimes do, when my spots were really bad, my acne is still quite bad now, I always used to like think, oh, everyone's looking at it and like, I wish I had clear skin like them. And sometimes I still do think that, like I look at other people and think, oh, I wish my skin was as clear, and I compare myself, but that's not helping anything. And also, most people are too focused on themselves to notice your insecurities. So most people won't really notice my spots. Well, that's what I tell myself anyway. What do you think, Kyle?
I agree.
You got any mental health tips about comparisons that you'd like to give?
I think we all do it. I just think it's quite a natural trait of most humans.
Yeah, we do compare ourselves.
And I think it can be positive to aspire, but not to compare.
Yeah.
That's all I'd say. It's nice to have things to aim for and things that, or look at things in a way you can do things a little bit better. But that's more of an aspiration and not actually comparing.
Yeah.
You can use comparison as a good thing as well.
Yeah, I think it's a good thing if you're using it to motivate yourself and using it, like you say, like aspire to be something, but it's a bad thing if you're using it to put yourself down.
I feel like a lot of traits have good and bad sides.
Yeah.
And you've got to try and use all this in the right way. But yeah, on the comparison note, that's what I'd say.
So basically, don't compare yourself in a negative way. Don't use someone else's success to put yourself down. We should be celebrating.
Be nice to yourself.
Success. Yeah. I think we should always like celebrate other people's successes instead of using them to put ourselves down or even feeling jealous about it.
Yeah.
Because I think that's where a lot of sadness can come in, because if you're not happy for other people when they do well, it's not really a very nice trait to have. And I think all of us are guilty of that sometimes, of like, oh, I wish that was me. But actually, we should just be celebrating the success of all the other people around us and being happy for when people do well. Because when you can have that mindset, you're so much happier and it's so much more enjoyable. So yeah, next time someone does well at something, say well done to them, boost them up, be happy for them. Because it's a nice way to be. And yeah.
Be happy.
Don't worry.
As I once, Mr. Marley once said.
Be happy. Don't worry. Be happy. Chester's happy, aren't you? Chester's having a stroke.
Stroke off me.
A little doggy. Big doggy, actually. So yeah, that's it really. I hope you've enjoyed listening. We've been waffling on. It took a strange turn to Kyle's bedside that I didn't expect it to take, but there we go. Yeah, thank you so much for listening. We'll be back next week with another episode. We'll do another update on Kyle's knee, and hopefully I'll have been on a ride this weekend.
I'm in a better position than what I was, so we'll take that as a positive.
We can all hope and pray that you're going to be okay.
Hey, he's being needy now.
Well, what I always say is, this little knee of mine, it's going to let me ride. Do you like
That's
that?
the hope.
That's the hope, yeah. That's the song.
I mean,
that
it
goes,
will
that's
do.
the song we used to sing in school assembly. What is the lyrics to that? The real lyrics? This little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine.
I think the crucial thing is, I will be back on a bike at some point, so I've got to stay positive.
Oh, and just before we go, I want to do a little shout out to Max, who we met at the hill climb. Max was a kid that we met at the hill climb. He said he's our biggest fan, and he said it was his best day of his life when he met us.
It was lovely to meet him.
And Carl sang Pepe the Cell to him, and he was there cheering on at the hill climb. And yeah, he was telling me, and he sent me some photos of his really good bike tricks off road. So I think I could learn a thing or two from Max if he's listening. So yeah, just wanted to give him a little shout out, and that's it really.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much for listening. Hear you next Thursday. No, you'll hear us next Thursday. I'm going to give Chester a big cuddle. And Kyle, dinner tonight is omelette.
Oh, I do like a bit of omelette.
Yeah. So we're going to say goodbye now. TT's the FN. Ta-ta for now. Goodbye.
Au revoir.
Chester, do you want to say goodbye? Bark. No, he doesn't want to. He doesn't bark on command. Au revoir.
Au revoir.
Arrivederci.
Ciao.
Adios.